Hello, and welcome to The Art of a Good CV. My name is Megan Jenkins, and I'm the Deputy Head of Careers and Employability in Cardiff University.
And my name is Penny Barnes, and I'm a graduate intern.
This short video will talk you through how to make a good CV, how to target it to employers, and how to make yourself look good on paper. The CV is often the starting point for students wanting to apply for jobs. It's like a safety net. When you've got a good CV, you feel on top of your game. So let's get started. To begin with, in the UK, there are two main types of CV, a chronological CV and a skills-based CV. A chronological CV highlights the facts of who you are and what you've done in reverse date order. Education usually goes first. Because of this, applicants use a chronological CV when they're applying for jobs that relate to their degree. It's a traditional format of CV, often liked by traditional employers such as law firms and engineering companies, etc. A skills-based CV still needs to be in reverse date order, but focuses on skills relevant to the job for which you are applying. Because of this, you might use this type of CV if you're applying for a job unrelated to your degree discipline. And a skills-based CV often includes a personal profile. More about this later. But remember, you can mix it up. It's massively important to understand that a CV is your document. You can do whatever you want with it, but you need to make sure that it's relevant and easy to read, and that it enables you to knock out the competition. It's worth noting that there are other types of CV too, such as a graphic CV, a multimedia CV, and a one-pager. You can find out more about these on our careers website. So next up, what should you include in a CV? Well, there are some things that you must include. Your personal details, your education history, an outline of relevant skills, a list of your employment or experience to date, and a mention of references. All of these must be included in your CV. Optional sections include a personal profile and a section on achievements or interests. And there are some no-nos too. UK CVs don't traditionally have photos on, that's what LinkedIn is for, and don't include marital status. And please, make sure your email address is appropriate. And guess what? The average employer spends between 8 and 30 seconds reading a CV. I know this is agonising to hear when you spend so long constructing it, but it's the truth. You need to make sure, therefore, that you give your CV some TLC. And by that, I need to make sure that the document is targeted to the employer, has a clear layout, that it's nice to look at, and is concise and easy to absorb. So let's look at a real-life example now and meet Penny.
I graduated with a degree in English language. To finance myself through college and uni, I had a lot of part-time jobs including retail and hospitality. While I was at uni, I did a summer at the RNIB, the Royal National Institute of the Blind. This started as a 3-day fundraising job, but moved into a 3-month marketing job. This was voluntary. This got me interested in marketing, so I then applied for term-time internships in events. Whilst I was a student, I also did some voluntary work for the Student Action for Refugees, where I taught English. I was part of the Yoga Society, and I also used to contribute to Quench magazine. The job that I wanted to apply for was a graduate intern position in information and marketing at Cardiff University. The person specification seemed to match up to the skills I'd already had, so I thought I would give it a go. This was my initial CV.
And if you're giving this 8 seconds of time, the things that stand out to someone who's used to recruiting are the following. The layout was muddled, neither one page or two. One of the sections was split over 2 pages. There were several fonts in the document. No referees were provided, and there was a bunch of spare space that could have been used. All of this took away from the really good experience that Penny had gained.
This was the advice I was given. I should decide on a length, either 1 or 2 pages. I should also consider including a personal profile. My dates were the wrong way round, and so I should change that. And I should also include my referees and use bullet points to make it easier to read. I was also advised to target the CV to the skills that were outlined in the job specification. Some of these were really easy to do, and some of these felt challenging to me. I was advised to go back to the job description and focus on the person specification. From here, I pulled out 4 main categories that I could make into a relevant skills section. These were administration and IT, digital marketing, communication skills, and self-management. I figured that my work in the RNIB and my degree skills could go into admin and IT. I could talk about the student voice in all my marketing experiences throughout university. In terms of communication, I could bring in my degree, my retail experience, and my social media work. Finally, I could link problem solving and working unsupervised to being someone who could manage themselves. My relevant skills section ended up looking like this. Next, I had to tackle the personal profile. But once I'd been given a format to follow, this became much easier. So this was the final product. A 2-page CV with a personal profile that focused down into marketing, a relevant experience section which outlined my work experience with the RNIB and with the events team, and then a relevant skills section that picked out all the elements of the person specification. But I also produced a 1-pager. It still had a personal profile and a relevant experience section, but in this CV I combined my skills and experience together. And guess what? It got me to interview and then I got the job.
So, some top tips to finish off with. Research the employer. Relate your skills to the job and use language from the person specification. Be positive in your language. Check for typos. And take your time. It's an important document. It will be worth it. For more advice and information, you can visit us online. You can book to see a careers advisor, or you can attend one of our CV clinics. It will be worth all the hard work. Your CV will be your launchpad for jobs in the UK or the rest of the world. Thank you very much and good luck.